You think the Amazon rainforest is terrifying today? Wait until you hear about what lurked in its waters 8 million years ago. Picture this, a creature so massive that a single bite could crush a car-sized turtle into dust. Meet Purosaurus, the most powerful predator the Amazon has ever known, and the only cayman with a bite force that exceeded a Tyrannosaurus rex. Today's Amazon is ruled by the black cayman, a formidable apex predator reaching 16 feet and weighing 1,650 pounds. But this modern giant is nothing compared to its ancient ancestor. During the Miocene epoch, the Amazon wasn't a river system, but a mega wetland called Lake Pebas, stretching over 390,000 square miles. This prehistoric paradise gave birth to absolute monsters, and Purosaurus sat at the very top of the food chain. When paleontologists unearthed the first Purussaurus skull in 1892 along the Purus River, they immediately realized they'd discovered something extraordinary. The skull alone measured nearly 5 feet long, indicating a predator unlike anything alive today. But here's where it gets crazy. Scientists still haven't found a complete skeleton. Every Purosaurus fossil discovered has been just skulls, yet these massive heads tell an incredible story. Based on skull measurements, researchers estimate adult Purosaurus stretched between 34 to 41 feet from head to tail, weighing anywhere from 5 to 8.4 tons. That's longer than a London bus and heavier than 3 cars combined. Only 2 other prehistoric crocodilians, Sarcosuchus and Deinosuchus, rivaled its size, making Purosaurus one of the largest crocodilians ever to exist. But size wasn't this beast's only weapon. The skull structure revealed something shocking. Purosaurus possessed one of the most devastating bites in Earth's history. Researchers from multiple Brazilian institutions analyzed the skull's density and structure, discovering it wasn't just large but incredibly robust, almost box-like in appearance. Using regression models based on modern crocodilians, scientists calculated that Purosaurus could deliver a crushing bite force of 69,000 newtons, equivalent to 7 metric tons of pressure. Now this is the disturbing part. That's actually stronger than a T-Rex bite. While most studies place T-Rex bite force around 35,000 to 57,000 newtons, Purosaurus exceeded even the upper estimates. Imagine jaws capable of exerting pressure equivalent to stacking 7 cars on top of each other, concentrated into a single bite. The skull wasn't just designed to deliver this force once, but repeatedly without breaking down under its own power. Those jaws were lined with 2-inch-long teeth that curved slightly backward with serrated edges, similar to steak knives. 3 known species existed: Purosaurus morandi, Neogaeus, and brasiliensis, with brasiliensis being the largest. These teeth weren't meant for chewing, but for puncturing and holding prey while the immense bite pressure crushed them. Add the death roll technique modern crocodiles use, and you've got a killing machine perfected over millions of years. So what did this apex predator hunt? Pretty much anything unfortunate enough to cross its path. The Miocene Amazon teemed with bizarre megafauna that would make modern animals look tiny. Purosaurus feasted on giant catfish, rodents the size of modern buffalo, ground sloths, turtles with 11-foot wide shells, and 1-ton hoofed mammals called notoungulates. It was the only predator powerful enough to tackle these enormous animals. Here's the thing: maintaining such a massive body required constant fuel. Scientists estimate Purosaurus needed approximately 88 pounds of meat daily, 20 times more than a modern American alligator. That's like eating an entire sheep every single day just to survive. This enormous appetite meant Purosaurus lived where prey was abundant, dominating the freshwater ecosystems of what's now Brazil, Peru, Colombia, and Venezuela. But wait, there's more. While Purosaurus was slow and lumbering on land because of its massive weight, in water it transformed into a speed demon. Preliminary studies suggest it could reach 16 miles per hour at top speed, powered by what researchers believe was a gigantic muscular tail. Any land animal crossing rivers or drinking too close to the water's edge didn't stand a chance. Purosaurus was the ultimate ambush predator, with sensory organs positioned on top of its head, allowing it to lurk just below the surface. Even juvenile Purosaurus were formidable, growing to 13 feet long and protected by thick body armor. Their only real threat? Larger adult Purosaurus. This prehistoric cayman ruled Lake Pebas completely unchallenged for millions of years, from the Triasian to the Huaycarian stages of the Miocene. Now here's a wild theory that scientists have proposed. Purosaurus might have encountered Megalodon. Some researchers believe Purosaurus occasionally inhabited estuaries where rivers meet the ocean, potentially bringing the giant cayman into contact with the legendary megashark. They may have even scavenged megalodon carcasses washed ashore, with their size guaranteeing first dibs on the feast. You won't believe what caused this titan's downfall. Despite dominating its ecosystem for millions of years, Purosaurus faced an unstoppable force, the Andes Mountains. As these mountains continued rising, they dramatically altered drainage patterns throughout the Amazon region. Lake Pebas gradually drained as the Proto-Amazon reversed course, flowing eastward toward the Atlantic instead of westward. The mega-wetland that Purosaurus had evolved to dominate simply disappeared, replaced by river systems and floodplains. Here's the irony. The very trait that made Purosaurus an unstoppable predator became its death sentence. Its enormous size required specific habitat conditions and massive food supplies. As the wetlands shrank and prey populations declined, Purosaurus couldn't adapt quickly enough. Smaller, more flexible predators survived and thrived, while this giant vanished from the fossil record entirely by the Pliocene epoch. Purosaurus represents something remarkable in Earth's history, proof that reptiles, not mammals, can evolve into the largest land predators even after the dinosaurs' extinction. For millions of years, this colossal cayman proved that in the right environment, cold-blooded archosaurs could dominate entire continents. What other prehistoric monsters are lurking in the fossil record, waiting to be discovered? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're fascinated by Earth's ancient apex predators, hit that subscribe button because there are countless more incredible prehistoric creatures to explore. The story of Purosaurus reminds us that our planet's past was filled with animals that would make today's predators seem tame by comparison.